Hi guys, I think it's imperative for me to begin with the death of Dr. Akunyili, um, the husband to the late Dr. or professor. I think she was a professor. Professor Ngozi is a professor. Right? She was a professor,
Yeah,
right?
I think she was.
Yeah, I think she was.
Professor Dora.
Professor Dora Akunyili, sorry. You know, the gruesome murder, the gruesome killing. I watched the video. I spoke to a couple of my friends, and that night I couldn't just be myself. To be honest with you, it was for some reason it touched me, and I I don't know how to put it, but in the past I kind of took myself away from anything going on in Nigeria. It was easy for me to do that because then I wasn't married, I hadn't become a dad. So it was easy for me to just take myself out from any kind of mentality of negativity, the insecurity, the killings. It was just easy to switch off, to just turn off from Nigeria because it was so depressing seeing what's happening in our country. But for some reason, on that day, I couldn't just help but put myself in the shoes of his kids, his grandkids. This was a man who left Enugu State to go to Anambra State to take an award for his late wife and gave his son a big embrace, entered his car, they both went their own ways, and suddenly he goes like that, he passes just like that, killed by people who may never know who they are. And it kind of forced me to start asking myself questions about Nigeria, our country. Where are we going to from here? Where does all this killings, where does it end? Does it ever end? I think that's a very important question as well. Does it ever end, all these killings? And then another question I was asking myself was, who is sponsoring all these killings? Because someone is giving this order.
Unknown gunmen is such an ambiguous term.
Yeah, someone is funding these people. Someone is telling them the details of these people's travel itinerary. So these are important questions that we must ask ourselves as a country. We cannot let people be dying. And then the next day after that, a former PDP gubernatorial aspirant was targeted as well. His driver was killed. And I'm like, these people, they have loved ones. His driver had a family, probably had a wife, probably had kids, definitely had brothers and sisters, had parents, had cousins, people that cared for him. So I couldn't just wrap my head around it, and I was so depressed that night. That, trying to because no matter what, right? I was speaking to my friend. My friend was like, one of my friends was like, "Bro, forget about this country. Everything don't spoil. This country no go better. Blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Bro, you don't understand. It's not that easy. It's not that easy to just take yourself out of Nigeria. Yes, you might be outside Nigeria. You might be living abroad like I am, and some of my wife and our friends are." But you see your family in Nigeria, you see your parents, siblings, friends. And apart from that, even if you never had that in Nigeria, right? Forget about that. Even if you never had that, you're still in Nigeria through and through. Your blood is still Nigerian. So you cannot just say, "Oh, I'm not gonna care about Nigeria anymore." It's not possible. I believe that as a Christian, we have a fundamental duty towards Nigeria, our country, to fight for our country. Like someone said, evil will continue. Or evil will, I don't know how the person put it, but if good men don't do anything, that's why evil keeps on going on.
Keeps thriving.
So I think for me, this is a clear call. This is a rally cry to all good men around the world. If you're eligible to run for an office in Nigeria, you care deeply about Nigeria, please run.
People are even scared to run for election.
And this is the end game. This is the end game of people who are sponsoring this insecurity in Nigeria, right? They know that once people are scared of their lives, and one of my friends is registered to vote come November 6th in Anambra State. But he told me he's not even going to try to leave his house on that day. He's not even going to dare to leave his house because he knows, or people know, that the amount of insecurity that's going to happen on that day, who knows, God knows. So I don't know how I'm going to say this, but I think, we have to find a way around this. We have to start speaking up. It's important that we start speaking up. We cannot just keep quiet anymore. All everything happening in Nigeria calls for Nigerians all over the world to take up your phones, begin to make videos, begin to talk about these things, make people aware of what is going on. Evil kind of doesn't have the, how would I put it? When people are silent, that's when evil keeps on, rising and keeps on giving birth to evil and evil keeps on thriving, But when good people begin to speak up, begin to intervene, hopefully, God helps us and things changes.